You're listening to the Midwest Most Dangerous Podcast, LockPod, Season 17, Episode 18, coming to you live from the NECA IBEW Powering Indiana Lakes County Studios.
Good morning. Welcome back.
Thanks, man. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thanks.
What's up, pregnant girl?
What's up?
How you feel?
Tired.
We were talking about your shirt.
Yeah.
Restoring hope and rebuilding lives.
We do rehab week at work, and yeah.
It's cute.
And everyone, it's slightly small, so.
Your dad was saying you look very pregnant.
Oh,
Look at that. Wow.
Lindsay.
For those of you who are listening, just know a pregnant woman's on the screen right now.
You are pregnant.
You look very pregnant. Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, I got an idea. It's good for the show.
Oh, yeah?
I think you should have the baby live on the air.
How
Love
about
it. I love that idea.
Well, I know, right? We'd have thousands of
I
live
definitely
viewers.
do not want my
Come on,
coochie
Linz.
on the internet.
No,
We
we
don't
wouldn't
need to
say
do
you
that.
know,
We don't
neck,
need to do
neck
that.
up.
Neck up, yeah. Just,
Okay.
I want to hear your cursing.
No, it's just going to be Brian.
Just think about the show,
I'm
Linz.
not even going to tell you guys where I'm having the baby at this point.
You don't
Think
care.
about that. She's not telling her
I won't
dad.
tell you.
I'm
where
going to
she's
find
gonna
out.
have the
I think
baby.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to know where you're having the baby.
Yeah, well, there are very limited options in the area, so.
What week are we in again? I keep forgetting.
I'm at 31.
Whoa.
So 6 months.
It'll be
7
right around
months.
episode 31 for us. Season 17, episode 31. Lindsay breaks.
The water breaks.
The water breaks.
If I just stop showing up all of a sudden, just know.
Well, no, you might be in labor.
Yeah.
I think you should think about that whole Blockpod thing. 'Cause
No,
it would be
I'm
great
good.
for the show.
I'm just going to have Brian.
You
hang
are
out with
part
me.
owner of the show. I mean, this would be beneficial
This
for
is
you
my last season.
Mm-mm.
Are you giving up ownership?
We're not letting you do that.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I was actually thinking about that the other day.
She's like, why wouldn't I?
Lindsay's like, she'd give up ownership.
No,
to
I'm-
go
This hasn't
big.
brought me any money ever.
It's less.
So,
It's like
You're
What if
catching.
I'm
Oh,
giving
she's
up-
catching on.
It's
Yeah.
been a liability.
I was going to give you my ownership part.
if
Lindsay.
anything, I've been sued because of this. That's about
Congratulations.
it.
It's been a good ride, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We're all laughing.
I think I might want to get out of Dodge.
Laughing, but we're not laughing. Linz, how's work going with? I was just thinking about when you stood up, and I was like, man, you're on your feet a lot. And,
The patients are much nicer to me.
I bet.
Yeah,
I
it's
bet.
kind of hard to be a cranky old man at a pregnant lady, you know? 'cause-
Good
Yeah.
point.
And they won't let me, my work friends won't let me help them lift patients or anything. I'm capable of lifting, but
Mhm.
they just won't let me, which
More
is nice.
tired at work, or
I'm exhausted, yeah. Night shift is hard when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, she's
Being
a
awake
trooper.
for 12 hours straight as a pregnant woman in general is not easy to do.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can hardly stay awake all day long.
I know, right?
And you're not pregnant, are
Even
you?
if I
I'm
was
not
working
even
day
pregnant.
shift,
Yeah.
being awake for 12 hours is a nightmare for a pregnant lady. So
And then you come in and do a podcast.
And now
You're
I'm
probably
here.
the only.
God damn it,
Pregnant
Lindsay, you're late
woman.
again.
I am so
For your
freaking
free
tired right now.
podcast.
We're going on 15 hours awake right now. I hope
Dude,
you guys
most
are
people
happy.
stay awake
You are a
15
trooper.
hours. by
I
the way.
am-
If I get up at 6 in the morning,
You're
I'm
not
up at 9
building
o'clock
a
at night.
body, okay?
Oh, okay.
Remember,
This whole
she's-
pregnancy thing.
She's building a life inside
I
her.
know.
It's true.
Yeah, and then at work I'm not making stupid error, just little dumb misspellings and stuff, and I just tell people it's because I'm building a brain.
What,
I'm
like
you
you're
go.
using my
you're
brain.
misdiagnosing
go.
people? You know?
Nurses don't diagnose.
Oh, really?
Sorry, I'm not a doctor.
Do you
Okay.
have who does the marking on which, like when you're having surgery on your left
I
leg
don't
or your
do
right
surgery,
leg?
guys. You don't know what my job
this
entails.
Lindsay's
one,
like,
right?
You're
It's just
taking
like-
off your left leg, sir? And he's like,
All of
unconscious.
my patients
I don't
are
remember.
post-op.
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
just
be
now
making mistakes
realizing
like that.
You guys have no idea what I do for a living.
I know.
You're not a brain surgeon? Like
No,
what?
I'm not a doctor.
I always tell
don't do
everybody. I tell
surgeries.
everybody you're a doctor, so stop saying that.
I am not a doctor.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't.
You're my
spend that
doctor.
kind.
You always tell me what's up.
Yeah, better than ChatGPT. That's for damn sure.
Agreed.
I don't
I'm
know
with
about
Lindsay.
that. I love ChatGPT.
I think
diagnosis.
Lindsay's a better.
Brian, our dad is best friends with his ChatGPT.
We know.
Marissa
Yeah.
calls it his girlfriend.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
It's not, we don't do sex talk or anything. It's
No,
just,
it's
How do
just
we know?
It's the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
friend he talks to.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't have that many friends anymore.
Just
Sorry,
ChatGPT.
Man,
It's
that
like-
brought down the mood.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody gets real quiet.
Well, I guess
I don't have any friends anymore.
There's our title.
just my ChatGPT
I'm
girl.
just,
And
yeah.
Kevin.
It's lonely. It's lonely at the top. And when you're the boss, it's
Damn,
lonely.
dude, that was sad. I was not expecting.
I'm not trying to
that.
be sad. It's just realistic, man.
Well, you do have friends in Utah. I mean, look at this trip.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have.
I mean,
friends.
look at this.
I have friends.
I mean,
but
can
like
you
when
be-
you're if I was the boss of my friends, it'd be different.
They wouldn't hang out with you?
No, they wouldn't want to be with me. Nobody wants to be with me.
That's why it's good to have friends that you
That's
don't
why
have
it's
to be
good
the
to get
boss
away
over.
from the city where I could just fucking check out and not be. Yeah.
Check out this photo, John. You got this?
Yeah,
I was in Utah. Sorry, I missed the last show.
That's all right. Well, actually, thanks
Oh,
to
look at that
Jason and
mustache.
Jason and John did a great cover, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank
it was
you
a
to
great
those
show.
guys.
I love
Yeah.
the show. I was listening to it on
Look at these
on the
guys.
airplane. Dude,
Yes.
so check it out. So we went
Okay.
to the that's my Navy buddies. So that's Jason on the left.
Do you even like hockey?
Yeah, I love hockey. I used to watch hockey all the time with Kevin, and then
Yeah.
the Blackhawks have stunk so much we haven't been going. So
Okay.
that's Wedlick on the left. He's from Salt Lake City. He got us the tickets because he works for a big company in Salt Lake City, and they have those tickets, believe it or not, for every game. And that's Marty Wise to my right, to Jason's,
Is Marty still in Texas?
Marty lives in Austin, Texas. Him and I were on a sub together. Jason and I were on a sub together. Marty was a fellow nuke, so Marty was in the engine room while I was in maneuvering, and that's me. And then that's Greg Poulos to my left, who Greg and I stood watch next to each other. He was a reactor operator, and I was electrical operator.
Of course, we've had most of those guys on the show.
Marty's a
Yeah.
career Navyman, right?
No, Marty got out
Yeah, did he?
right about 8 years probably in. Jason,
okay.
none of us re-enlisted.
No.
Yeah,
I think we've had.
Because you
I
guys
think-
all enlisted and
we
it
were
was
all
terrible.
unified in our hatred of the submarine service. Yeah, we were not lifers. That's you had the term lifers, and then it was us. If you're a lifer,
Haters.
you couldn't go out with us. You would we just saw the world differently. It's sort of like MAGA versus progressives. If you were a lifer in the Navy, you did not hang out with us because we were.
Because you guys were just counting the days.
Yeah, we were counting the days. We
And-
were embittered. We were bitter.
I think it's obviously pretty cool though that you obviously have a bond with those guys, and I think all three of those guys have been on the show. Maybe not Marty, but
I don't think Jason's been on the
Jason.
show.
Oh, maybe he's been to Fest though. I know
I don't
you've
know.
seen him in
Well,
town.
you've seen them all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
They come.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are the guys that
Fest
come out
for
there.
Yes.
sure.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
they're coming
Greg,
back
of course,
out.
we've had on about Tampa and about the robbery he was involved in.
Yeah.
Up in,
By the way, it's interesting to see the effect that's had on him.
For sure.
We were talking a lot. His whole sort of like he's reoriented.
sense
sort
of security kind of thing. and-
It's well, they moved out of that house.
no way.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because
wow.
they were like, these guys know where we live.
huh?
Yeah. And so like they moved out of that house, and he's sort of, I think it's anytime you have a violent crime happen to you, it changes you, and it's interesting to see the effect because I've known Greg basically my whole life, and it was sort of shattered a sense of security, I
I
think.
bet.
Yeah,
How can it not? Right.
right. But yeah, check those seats were badass. We were right behind the goalie.
So this is where this is.
That's in the Utah Mammoth. It's where the Utah
Salt
Jazz.
Lake.
Yeah, it's in Salt Lake. It's where the Utah Jazz play. It's a small venue, man. Because Salt Lake City is not a huge city. It's probably about the size of, probably a little bit smaller than Indianapolis, if I had to guess. But check this out. So we were in the fourth row right behind the goalie. In the first row right behind the goalie, right on the glass, the head coach for University of Michigan. And
Oh, because he's Utah.
He's a Utah guy.
University of Utah.
so he comes in with his family, and they sit there, and people are going up and shaking his hand. Jason, my buddy Jason, is a Michigan grad. So he went down there and took a picture with them. Pretty
Very
cool,
cool.
man. Yeah.
That's
but-
nice. That's kind of a cool Star Spangled Banner thing.
Yeah,
They
it
put
was
the
pretty-
flag on the ice.
You know what's interesting? It's like a brand new team, right, Kev?
Yeah,
the
they're
Mammoth.
They're the newest team in the NHL.
So,
the
like-
Utah Mammoth.
So like when you've been around for a while, you have different chants and stuff like that.
Sure.
And so like the Blackhawks have their own unique things because they've been in existence for 100 years or whatever, right? And then like when you go to Notre Dame games, you have like rituals that you follow, right? So you go to Minnesota and they have no rituals because they're like not Minnesota. You go to Utah, they're a new team. There's like no rituals, so they're like making shit up, right? They're like every time they score a goal, they go da-da-da-da, they play the song and they go hey. Hey, 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 hey. They keep doing it.
like
It's
a
like,
toddler
dude, you
trying
need
to
some
give
freaking material here, right? It's like all hey. I could write that song.
Yeah.
What do they call that song? It's called Hey. They play it when they score goals.
At least now you know what to do when the Mammoth score.
Yeah.
That's
right?
it.
You just go hey.
Wow.
It's pretty easy to catch.
I'm trying to think. Blackhawks, right? You got the national anthem. Everybody claps through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Then there's nothing like that. Although that was the national anthem. It was pretty cool.
It is cool. Well,
But
they're
there's no,
getting there.
like-
They're getting their feet wet right now. They're just starting to figure out what the Mammoth are going to do. Do you remember they wanted to call them the Yetis?
Yeah.
But they couldn't get Yeti. Or
Right.
I don't know. Maybe there was like
The whole city was unified. That's what they wanted the team name to be, but they couldn't get past the
the
licensing.
copyright issue.
Yeah, the Yetis, and they were going to name like a Yeti, like
Who
a snow
owns the
snow monster.
copyright to the Yeti?
I don't know. Does
The
Yeti?
Yeti is a
The
Yeti
Yeti
is
is a cryptid. It's a cryptid. It's not
the Yeti is
trademarked.
a
It's the
Yeti is
coolers.
It's a
It
cooler.
has to be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a cooler. I was thinking
duh.
like the
the Yeti cooler.
I was thinking about
I didn't know
like
you meant by
the
encrypted.
abdominal, like
that's what they
abominable
wanted
snowman.
to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted, but they couldn't get around the licensing issue
They
from
should
the
have
Yeti.
just changed the spelling a little.
the 2 T's. Yeah, then you're.
Yeah,
I don't know
right.
if it's
and
Yeti, then.
Yeti, the snow monster, or something like that.
So
But-
has this become like an annual trip? You
Yeah.
and the Navy guys?
hmm We
Nice.
go every March, and usually because we went to Park City. We usually go to Park City. In fact, the place we went this year is the same place we stayed last year, which is nice because I already knew my way around.
And Jason's there.
Jason lives in Salt Lake. Yeah,
And how
so
was the snow?
it was incredibly horrible.
Oh,
It was the
wow.
worst conditions I've ever seen.
Horrendous.
Yep.
It was, and so there was. If you looked at the mountain, all you would see on the mountain is the runs and the snow on the runs. Everything else was like patchy. You'd
I
see
mean, think about
grass.
that. February in the Rockies.
Yeah,
Like I've canceled 2 ski trips this year out west just because the.
there's
and-
no
and-
reason to go, Kev.
Yeah,
because
that's
we were
what you said.
we
You
were
s-
supposed to go to Vail.
Yeah.
right now. I
Right
was supposed
now.
to miss this show,
Mhm.
and there was no reason to go to Vail. I hate to say it. There's no
Wow.
reason to go to Colorado. I went to Colorado in December, and it was horrible. But it was early, man. It was like December 10th. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Yep, maybe it'll
like
get
there's
better.
gonna be. But I remember looking at the long range forecast in Colorado, and there was no snow coming. In
It's
the
been
next 2
warm
weeks.
and it's been no precipitation. Basically, it's like
Yeah.
been a mixture of both.
Kevin, I didn't have to wear any of my cold weather gear skiing in Utah. It was like
That's
40 degrees in the
crazy.
afternoon, like water skiing in the afternoon. And then so I skied the first 2 days, and it's like if in the morning it's like hard ice, like you're on the ice skating rink.
Because overnight it got cold.
Because it was water the night before, because it's so hot, and then it
That's the
freezes, and then you're skating on ice, skiing on ice, coming
Yeah.
down, and
So you're on
then
your edges
and then
the
it
whole
breaks,
time.
and then all of a sudden you're water skiing for the rest of the afternoon. It was
No
really
fun.
So like that was Friday and Saturday, working your ass off. My legs were just cashed because
Yeah.
if you're on ice, it's like scary as hell.
Mhm.
And then on Sunday, I wake up and it's raining, and it's like 45 out and raining, and I'm like, dude. Like, this is going to be a nightmare. So we literally, and I'm in Park City. It's literally my last day of skiing for the season, and we skipped it.
That
it was
sucks.
just very, very shitty.
It's disappointing. I mean, yeah, I everybody I've talked to that's been out west has said just that they can't remember such a poor season. So
Go to-
it is
go to
what it
Boyne.
is.
Boyne,
That's what I did. I
it's a
canceled
winter
Michigan and
wonderland.
went up to Michigan.
Boyne is a winter wonderland this year.
Charlie, my son Charlie, who's down at IU, he went to a place called Pure North over the weekend. I think it's in Ohio, and it was
Whoa.
loaded. He was
Yeah,
sent me
no,
some
they
videos
can't
and
be that
stuff.
good, though.
I mean,
There's
they got a lot more snow down there than we have
What
here.
I'm saying is, like, I go to Boyne, and I love Boyne. I have a place at Boyne.
Mm-hmm.
I get bored because it's so
Yeah,
small.
I'm not saying.
Can you imagine in Ohio?
Oh, for sure. I think
you're
he
on
was
like
just
an anthill.
he was just excited that he was able
I
to
know,
go.
I know, I get
snowboarding
it,
and
I
stuff.
get it.
Yeah,
See,
'cause
what I do
couldn't
in-
go out west.
When I'm in Boyne and I'm killing time, like, because if I ski too long at Boyne, I get bored.
Yep.
It's really boring because I've seen every square inch of that place.
Mhm.
So last year I went snowboarding on purpose and
Oh,
just
wow.
fell all day long. And
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
figure,
do
you know
that.
what? I'm going to try to, like, I'm almost 60, so I want to start snowboarding.
I was going to say I'm not taking that up. I'm just happy I can keep skiing. And
You know,
Borrow my snowboard.
there's no, I agree. I appreciate that. And, like, because I'm my whole year skiing, I don't think I fell once this year. So I'm
good.
really good, and I ski everything, basically, except for double black diamonds, okay? And then you would think that if you strap a snowboard on, that you'd be able to just, like, cruise down.
oh, I wouldn't. I would. No way.
It's like starting from freaking scratch,
I was
dude.
never good on skateboard, so I was like,
I
I'm
was
not
good on
gonna-
skateboards.
Yeah, see, I never was. Matt was good on my brother Matt was great on skateboard, so he snowboarded fine.
But the hard part of snowboarding is, so the heel to the hill that's an easy one, right? But the hard one is when you turn your back downhill and you're on your toes. I fall every time I do
Is
that.
that called switch? I
I
always
don't
hear
know.
somebody
I don't know
say
what it's called.
switch.
I wish I knew what it was called. It's hard. The whole thing is. So
Well, welcome back. Really nice that you got to see your Navy buddies. It's always good to see them.
yeah, it is. And
That's
they're
good.
coming out for the festival this year.
Outstanding.
And by the way, speaking of the fest, on Friday, we're gonna
Yes.
give you your first taste of the Festival of Lakes. We're gonna announce a big one. I did three
We're
big.
gonna start off big.
I said big.
3 times.
That's big. So you're gonna want to listen
mega
to
big.
Friday. It's mega big. You're gonna honestly, after you hear that show, some of you are gonna bust out your credit card on Friday to buy a ticket for that.
Wow.
concert.
Set it right here.
It's a concert, by the way. We're announcing. So usually when we have a concert, it's a higher level act. There's a number of people that are going to be listening to Lockpod. They're going to immediately, as soon as they hear that, bust out their credit card and they're going to buy tickets to
All
that
right.
concert. I'm mark my words.
Friday.
Okay? Friday.
Be
So
ready.
be ready on Lockpod Friday. We're going to announce the first act of the Festival of the Lakes, and it's a concert. So,
It's gonna be fun.
all right. We we got Corinne coming in the second segment today, so let's cruise through this immigration bill, if you guys don't mind. I was researching this when I was in Utah. So basically, here's a major story developing in Indiana right now. It will have impacts across the entire state. Lawmakers passed Senate Bill 76, one of the toughest immigration enforcement laws Indiana has ever seen. And now it's heading to Governor Mike Braun, who's expected to sign it. As of right now, this is March,
Yesterday.
March 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
Senate Bill 76 passed the Indiana legislature and is sitting on Governor Braun's desk awaiting his signature. So it's not law yet, but it's expected to become law soon. What this bill does is dramatically expands Indiana's cooperation with ICE. It allows the Indiana Attorney General to sue cities, schools, hospitals, and colleges if they limit cooperation with federal immigration enforcement. It also requires local police to honor ICE detainer requests.
Okay, we already do
increases penalties for employers. So basically, this is interesting to me, Kevin. First off, Attorney General Rikita, a Munster native, is pretty aggressive when it comes to enforcing right-wing laws. True?
Yeah, and he's also pretty aggressive with suing counties and sheriff's departments and others when he believes people are not following what he sees as the law of the state.
Yeah, I'm not a humongous fan. Although I try to be civil when I see him. Him and
Sure.
I, we see each other. We're always really nice and we talk.
Of course.
But I think that he's sort of a bully.
Well, I think he sees the world differently.
I think he's a bully. He's like a Trump bully, and he's willing to sue, communities. I know he sued Gary. I know he sued East Chicago.
He went after the sheriff for a while.
He went after Sheriff Oscar Martinez.
St. Joe County.
Yeah.
So
and it's usually, and he, I was warned by his staff after. So you remember the situation where ICE was in the parking lot of the Hammond Police Department. We asked them if they would relocate,
which they did,
and it was a big story at the time.
Yes.
So I go to this. It was a mayor's meeting. AIM. It was a big meeting with mayors and town officials everywhere. And in one of the sessions, the attorney general, one of the deputy attorney generals, said basically Hammond's going to get it from us. She literally said that in front of the entire group. I wasn't in that session, but the leader of AIM called me up and said, "Hey, Mayor, I just want you to know what was said during this session." And it's basically, they never followed it up, thankfully.
Well, I think because, I want to say part of the reason I hope they didn't follow it up was because they looked and saw what we did, which I believe we were very squarely within the law. And that was what you asked me to do. Like, hey, Kevin, what can we do here? And I thought we obeyed the law, which is what we try to do.
This was about ICE on
city property. Yeah.
City property.
Yeah, we said
without permission.
But they're federal, so Dad told him to go to the federal building.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where they went, but they honored our request. I have to give them credit.
Yeah,
it wasn't like they said, "Screw you, we're staying here."
No, they honored the request, and I think, and again, by the way, I looked at the bill. I don't think what happened that day would be prohibited under the bill.
Okay.
Because, for example, we're all about and the mayor said this, the police department said this. If there's a bad guy and there's a warrant and it's a valid warrant and it's valid paperwork, the Hammond police, the mayor's instructed them, do your job, follow what you need to do with bad guys, right? And they've done that. So I don't think, I think following detainer requests, things like that, that's already happening throughout Lake County. So I feel pretty strongly that this is just, this may, somebody that's maybe rogue or going off the reservation, this may impact. I just know that, that even though the mayor has made sure that ICE isn't using city property and not using city personnel or facilities, otherwise we're complying. So
critics warn this bill will have sweeping consequences, potentially pulling teachers, hospitals, and local governments into federal immigration enforcement while also hurting industries like agriculture that rely heavily on immigrant labor. In fact, many undocumented residents in Indiana have lived here for more than a decade, many decades in some cases.
Yeah, I think that, and by the way, the penalty provision of this, if the attorney general sues and the governor, they can withhold funding on grants and things like that for up to a year, I think. So that would suck.
Interestingly, guys, at the same time, ICE is expanding its physical presence across the state of Indiana.
This is crazy. I couldn't believe when you told me this.
So remember what happened in Maryville. We covered in previous episodes of Lockpot. I think, ultimately the Maryville Town Council ended up passing a resolution in response to, I think, a story that we broke on Lockpod. And then Maryville Town Council comes out and they say, basically, we don't want to allow any ICE buildings in the town of Maryville. Okay.
Right.
And lucky for Maryville, the owner of the building said, listen, we were approached by the federal government. We're not interested in selling to them. So it put the whole issue to rest in Maryville. Okay. But however, check this out. So residents in Carmel, Indiana.
Carmel.
This is, just north of Indianapolis.
Wealthiest community in the state of Indiana.
So residents in Carmel recently packed a city council meeting over a new ICE office opening there. And according to the New York Times, Indianapolis is now being considered for a massive new ICE detention center that could hold up to 8,500 people.
Oh, that's huge.
Part of a nationwide expansion expected to convert warehouses into large-scale detention facilities. Nothing's confirmed yet, but one thing's clear. Immigration enforcement is no longer just a federal issue. It's becoming a local issue here in Indiana, and the debate's just getting started.
I'm shocked that they decided Carmel, number one, but maybe there's a big warehouse there.
Why do you think they chose it?
Well, I feel like they thought that it would swing well there.
I agree with you, Lindsay.
Gosh, and that's surprising me because...
Well, Kevin, we know more about the state than a typical Hoosier does because we ran here.
Yeah, Carmel's purple.
It's purple, Lindsay. So, like, the Carmel is probably Hamilton County is one of the faster growing Democratic areas in a red county. Mm-hmm. It's trending purple big time. It has been. It was when I ran. It's even stronger now. They have a very active Democratic Party, very active in Hamilton County.
They have, Democratic people on the council.
They have a chairman that's constantly on social media talking. I think he's got a lot of followers. Like, I think he's up in the,
without a
tens
doubt.
of ththousands of followers. He gets hundreds of thousands of views. So that's interesting. They chose Indianapolis and Carmel.
Yeah, I just thought to me, it seems like they would choose, logistically, maybe they want to be by a highway or by the airports or things like that.
Carmel's
I'm sure.
Logistically,
but there's so many rural areas around there that you could choose from that you're not like in a city, or something, right?
I don't understand. I don't
get that.
Well,
I don't get that at all.
Nobody is accusing the federal government of being logical and making good choices, right?
Well, one thing I read this week too. Remember we talked about Alligator Alley, John? Remember that in Florida? Mm-hmm. So I read this week that the state of the state of Florida is on the hook for the cost of Alligator Alley, which I thought was
Donald Trump. He didn't follow through on money he owes.
Maybe DeSantis and him have a deal. I don't know, but I was like, holy cow, that was really expensive to get that up and running.
Hundreds of millions.
But
even like DeSantis at the time was like, we're going to be paid back.
Yes.
But like they ruled that. They ended up saying that wasn't going to develop, right?
Oh, it's developed.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if there are people. Are there people there, John? I don't know.
I would not want to break out of that one.
No, that's the whole point.
I'm good right here. Just keep the alligators away.
But I think so, Kevin. I think there's something like there's kind of like devil in the details with that because there was some environmental law,
correct,
that it couldn't. If it was federally funded, it would have to.
Oh, so they went around it
exactly by saying, "Oh no, it's actually state funded now
Gotcha.
and state run." Okay,
Yeah.
I wonder who's going to get paid back. We're going to follow that up.
So anyway, so Indiana has empowered the Attorney General to enforce immigration-related laws across the state. At the same time, Indiana is building massive ICE detention centers in Carmel, in Indianapolis. They're trying to do it in Lake County. So ICE is expanding in a big way in the state of Indiana. The state was just armed with a brand new immigration law, and this story is not going away. So pay attention.
Yeah, and I think with these facilities, they're going to be paid for by the federal government. And although right now DHS isn't funded, or maybe they're about to be funded.
I went through TSA. I flew through both times.
Yeah, TSA. They said they were funding them. So.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I think on the TSA part, I thought I heard that's not being impacted.
Could you check that out, John?
Yeah,
TSA. I don't think that's true, Kev.
You think they are
TSA
being impacted?
No, I think TSA is missing paychecks right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought they decided to pay them. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure they're missing paychecks.
You're probably
right
right. Yeah.
Because I know that TSA is part of DHS, and that's the only part I really cared about personally. Like, I can give a shit about the rest of DHS. Has your life changed at all? They've been shut down for 2 weeks. Has anybody's life changed for the worse? Like, man, I can't wait till these guys get back to work.
Get ICE back on the job.
I mean, who gives a crap if they just stay out forever? Take care of TSA and just defund the entire damn department.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Well, you're right. There you go, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
so TSA
you're right on.
missed their first paycheck.
Only a portion next week. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yikes.
Anyway, so there you go. That's the catch up. I'm going to do a mailbag real quick, and then when we come back, we're going to have Corinne Straight on for some Straight Talk, our weekly Tuesday segment. And today, I know she's going to talk about some epic fury. I'm looking forward to that.
Epic.
I was wondering if we were going to touch on that today.
Why didn't anybody talk to the president about renaming it something else?
That
Epic
is
Fury.
Such an early 2000s name.
Not just that.
Everything was epic in 2006.
Epic Fury. It's
Oh my
meant to
God.
distract us
That's
from
so
the Epstein files.
It's so
Yeah.
dorky.
EF. It's just, didn't anybody talk to the president about this?
No. I think they did it on purpose.
Oh my God.
Like laughing in our faces.
So anyway, let's go ahead and do
Agreed,
some.
John.
So I know Corinne's going to be talking about that when she gets back. So let's go ahead and do some mailbag, and when we come back, we're going to have Corinne on for some straight talk with Corinne. But first, let's do some mailbag, John.
Yeah. Oh man. It's been a while.
And he's not feeling
Moisten
well.
your lips, dude.
I'm gonna hold on.
Boy.
Hold on.
Lindsay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna cover my face.
Put on
I'm gonna cover my face.
John's
too.
been
Go
sick.
ahead,
so
John.
go ahead,
Spit.
John.
Mailbag.
Not bad for
Thanks,
me.
John.
one.
He's shooting it right at me.
I know.
All these germs are like right in my zone right
Close
now.
to my eyes.
right
Close
at
to my
me.
eyes.
Okay.
Oh,
All
God,
right.
what do you have?
I don't
This is
know.
a
Nothing.
letter written
There's
to
the
me
title.
from Randy H., one of my
All
constituents, one of my bosses. So, dear Mayor McDermott, if the Bears do not come to Indiana, we should invite the Chicago White Sox to locate here.
Boo.
The place they have at 30.
As you wear
This
your
is-
Cubs shirt.
This is somebody's moving it around on me. The place they have at 35th Street is a toilet, and nobody wants to go into that neighborhood. Hey, man. I'm just reading what
That's somebody's
this was.
house.
Not that bad of a. It's not that
It
bad
is
of
a
a stadium.
beautiful stadium. It's
This is
super clean.
not according to Randy,
Okay.
All
guys.
right, all
Okay.
right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Imagine if the White Sox came to Hammond and make it a stadium with a retractable roof, no rain days, and during a winter Taylor Swift concert.
Oh, he's
my
trying to-
freaking man.
He's playing on you. He's playing
He,
you.
he
wrote
knows.
this.
Yeah.
I did not write this. I did not
Tom
write
M.
Manipulation.
Misty C.
this. I-90 has an
getting to that.
exit right at the proposed site, and 8094 is just 3 miles away. Who knows? Maybe someday the World Series in my backyard. Also change the name Chicago White Sox to the Southside White Sox.
I like
Thank you
that.
for your time, Randy H. from Hammond. Thank you very. Oh, P.S. I've sent this letter to Indiana Governor Mike Braun. P.S.S. Thank you for all the great bike trails.
Oh, that was nice. That's a nice ending.
Bike trails. Love.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Thank
well,
you,
there
Randy.
you go. He's got ideas. He wants to bring the White Sox in.
Randy doesn't like Chicago.
Give
By the
Randy
way,
a job.
I agree. Randy should be in my marketing team. We
Yeah.
all agree on that. And by the way, I don't really feel bad about reading this off about what Randy feels that 35th Street is a toilet. And that's, God bless America. Everybody has their. By the way, Chicago's beating the shit out of Hammond right now. So screw you, Chicago. I don't mind saying this is a toilet because they're like
All the videos
they're
are-
in the anger phase
they're
right
in the
now.
anger phase.
And they're just beating the shit out of Hammond because they
Yes.
don't want the Bears to locate
Any
here.
bad news about him?
Oh, yeah.
They're blowing it up.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if Randy thinks that 35th Street is a toilet,
You're like,
I'm
fine.
gonna read his letter on the air. So
That's great. By the way, nicely typed.
yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of times you get the handwritten scribble. You have to kind of squint to read it. This was great.
And you don't see PSS's very often.
No, I always
so-
thought it was PPS.
I always
but
thought it
what
was
do I know?
PPS too. Was it?
No, it's PSF.
PSS.
It's
He's
PSS?
right. What do we
Oh,
know?
I thought it was.
I'm wrong twice in a row now.
I usually just do one PS. I don't do two
Yeah.
PSs. That's why I don't know PPS or PSS.
Postscript. I always thought it was instead
Okay.
of postscript.
Well, we were
Oh,
wrong,
I'm
Kevin.
gonna Google that.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and do some ads. I see Corinne in the green room, so let's go ahead and do some ads. When we come back, we're gonna have some straight talk. So let's start off first with our premier and studio sponsor, Powering Indiana Lake County. Powering Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana corporations, businesses, and homes. But their mission goes beyond the job site. They're creating a brighter future for the region we all serve. Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org. And I want to say late birthday to Dodie.
Oh, happy
Yeah.
birthday, Dodie.
Dodie's a listener, and she just celebrated her birthday, and I missed it, so I said it on the air.
There you
'Cause I'm
go.
a
You made up
sweetheart.
for it.
Thanks, Dodie. Happy birthday.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 40-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Baltonsberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions that leave a lasting impression. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortilla Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón.
The Branding Room Floor. Hiring a full-time marketing manager is costly, but what if you don't need to? At the Branding Room Floor, we are your marketing department, providing marketing strategy, creative design, web development, full brand management, and more, all for less than the cost of a single employee. We are the region's award-winning full-service marketing agency, partnering with businesses and organizations that want complete marketing department results without the overhead. Stop doing it yourself or delegating to unqualified employees. Get the support, expertise, and partnership of a full marketing team with The Branding Room Floor. Visit thebrandingroomfloor.com to get started today.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who's in court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-5544-LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you. And just to make sure we know there's truth in advertising, John is in trial. So
he's in
court right now.
like on page 3 of the Times for that trial today.
He
so he's literally in
true.
trial. Yeah, so
in court.
Good luck to John. And as everybody, I know we all tune in on Tuesday thinking about some straight talk. So let's go ahead and kick it off to Corinne Straight for some straight talk with Corinne. Nice to see you again, Corinne.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Corinne.
You look
good
very
to see
happy
you all.
A new background. I love this. You've moved around the house a little bit.
I did. I had to move my office a little bit. I used to be located on an exterior wall, and I live on a state road.
Oh.
And we do have a major INDOT construction project that is going 3 summers. It started last summer, starting again. So they were out when the weather warmed up last week, digging in front of my house, and everything was just vibrating. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make the switch. So
I know John likes the Beatles album in the background.
Yeah, right.
So.
Abbey Road.
Little Abbey Road in the background there.
Yeah, I've got Abbey Road. I've also got my, this is one of my favorites.
What is it?
This is, I'll show y'all. This is the First Family paper doll cutout book.
Ronnie
Oh my
and Nancy.
goodness. How cool.
It's an entire untouched book. Remember those? I bet Lindsay remembers like making the paper dolls.
Yeah.
This is an entire paper doll book of the First Family.
That is crazy.
There you go.
Of the Reagans.
Ronnie and Nancy.
So it's got Ronnie Jr. And Patty. Is Patty their daughter?
I
I don't remember.
Yeah, but it's completely untouched. My parents got it for me at an antique store, and I'm like,
that's
okay,
super cool.
that's got to go up. I love it.
And the pineapple.
And a pineapple.
Yeah.
Yes,
Friendship.
Hello.
I like it.
Yeah,
it's right behind my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, you said Epic Fury, which Lindsay, I'm so glad because this country is being run by internet trolls, right? So when John said, I think they did it on purpose, that it was so easily to say Epstein Fury, I think it's very purposeful. It's very on brand for them. Because it's like, oh, it's epic, which is also insulting considering, we've already had, Americans that have died. And so on top of like bragging about this being epic, Trump in his first public event yesterday is like rambling about the curtains in the room. Did you see that? Where
Yes.
he's doing a Medal of Honor ceremony. So it's just like the lack of seriousness and the feeling that this was a political stunt in some way. Is insulting. And it's just another example of seeing our president kind of use our military as an extension of his own arm when he wants to. He's deploying them on American cities, and now it's like, oh, we're going to join Israel. And looking at how the justification happened, because he bypassed Congress saying there was an imminent danger, right? We had to do this now because there was an imminent danger. And then it shifted in like 12 hours. Hegseth is in front of the press yesterday morning yelling, just being a total asshole to them. And it was about, we have to stop the nuclear program. And then later in the day, Trump is saying, we have to overthrow the regime. The Iranian people have to get out on the street, overthrow the regime. Actually, JK, stay inside. Don't come out yet because we're bombing you. So don't overthrow the regime. So it's been shifting. And then Rubio last night, who's attempting to be the adult in the room, I don't know, said that there was an imminent threat because we knew Israel was going to strike Iran.
Right.
Saw that.
So that meant it was imminent for us to.
So
Right.
What a
Israel
disaster.
was the imminent threat.
And then they were
Yes.
afraid that if Israel attacked and we had nothing to do with it, we'd get attacked anyway.
Correct. Because we
Yes.
were already
I
out
thought
there.
we destroyed this supposed nuclear program.
Well, they haven't even gone after the
year.
nuclear program yet,
No.
according to the president. That's the next wave.
And it was interesting, Lindsay. I'm so glad you said that because I was looking back at some of the coverage over the summer when Trump and Netanyahu both put out joint statements saying we obliterated. They both were using that word, obliterated their nuclear program. And there was a top general in the Defense Department named Jeffrey Cruz who actually was on record. I think he did an interview where he said his assessment was it actually only set the program back a few months.
I remember that.
Based on the damage that was done, and they fired him.
They were, yeah, exactly. I remember that. It was
Yeah.
right around the same time. They were like, well, it may not be as much as the president said. That guy got fired.
He immediately
Wow.
fired. So
Not
that's
singing the company line, you know?
Yeah.
exactly. And I had for my job, I had the opportunity to talk with retired Major General Paul Eaton over the weekend, and he was one of the main players in Operation Iraqi Freedom. He's been retired for many years now, and he's a pretty consistent thorn in the side of Donald Trump. He's on CNN and all these other programs a lot, kind of saying, "Hey, this is a problem." Lessons we should have learned when we evaded Iraq that we did not learn. We cannot just go in and topple a government and expect that a fully functioning democracy is going to magically appear like those little toys you dunk in water and it becomes a dinosaur, right?
Well, I
It's
think
like,
that's one of the reasons they shifted, right? Because they shifted. That's why I think originally it was like, go out and take over, Iranians, go out into the street and take over your government. And then they shifted to, we're not regime build. We're not nation building. That was Hegseth yesterday. We're going after nuclear weapons and their missile program. I think that they shifted that on purpose, right?
Yes. Yep. That's really what it looks like because they had to kind of find that sweet spot of messaging, which is very problematic that sweet spot is happening. They're trying to find the sweet spot after the horses have already left the barn. We can't put them back in now. So, and I think that is being reflected in some of the polling numbers because we were talking just a couple of weeks ago about how President Bush, George W. Bush, had a bump after the U.S. was attacked in the midterms. And so maybe Trump was like listening to Lockpod, because I'm sure he was.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And he was like, oh, you know what? Let's start what I think is going to be a patriotic war, which is what Paul, when I talked to him over the weekend, he said that's probably part of the calculation.
That's crazy.
Without a doubt.
Let me invade the Middle East again. And Paul made a really interesting point that I'm back on like disagreeing and having dissenting voices. When he said and he spent 40 years in the Army, he said, in my line of work, dissent is crucial. Dissent keeps people safe. Dissent prevents you from doing something stupid. And when you are only surrounded by your most loyal cult members, you endanger lives. And so
you see that even in city government where bad decisions are made because somebody's afraid to speak up to the boss. You see, I've seen it.
You see that in medicine too.
Yeah,
Right.
people
Exactly.
are afraid to question and bad things
That's
happen.
right.
And so it's really, really frustrating. But if Trump was expecting some kind of Bush-like popularity bump, it ain't happening. So
Not yet.
Gas prices went up like 30 cents.
Gas prices went up, and there was a bunch of opinion polling done over the weekend showing that 59% of those polled disapprove of taking action in Iran. And I went back and looked when Bush launched Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2003, that 74% of Americans supported that decision. So it's a pretty drastic distinction.
Big difference of when you get attacked versus when you're attacking, right?
When you're attacked.
Could I say something on that, Kevin? I was watching some of the, they show the videos of the attack, right? And they were showing us attacking ships in the port over there. And there was a ship that sunk, and it just reminded me so much of Pearl Harbor. except for we're on the wrong side of this. When just think about it, you're an Iranian, and one day you wake up, your leader just gets killed, your ports are just annihilated. It was clearly an offensive move.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to America
being the aggressor.
That's right.
I mean,
we are.
But also, on top of that, like, they got a lot of news coverage. We bombed a school.
Yeah.
Children died.
I agree.
And we did that.
I agree.
It's bad coverage.
So, Tom, to your point, though, about that, like Pearl Harbor, like
we're the Japanese in this case. We're the ones that attacked. And America we were unified in our response in World War II because we were attacked, right? Mm-hmm. And now we think
and in 9/11.
And 9/11. And now we think we could just attack Iran, kill their leader, bomb them out of existence, bomb their schools, and suddenly they're just going to capitulate to us. It's
just
very
weird,
naive.
right? That like the Trump has definitely taken an aggressor approach. I mean, he did it in Venezuela.
Yeah.
He's doing it in
But
Iran.
Iran
He's probably going to do it in Cuba.
Cuba's coming.
And I don't see how, if you're China, do you really think the U.S. is going to come to Taiwan's aid? Like, isn't it just like, hey,
That's
go ahead, you can go ahead and.
It's a great point.
And by the way, this is notwithstanding the fact that I am no fan of the Ayatollah. I am no fan of the regime, the religious regime that's been in power in Iran for most of our lives. But I mean, it's just a shocking development, I guess, is what I would say. It's shocking, and you're going to see you've got 6 service members. I know, Tom, you're a veteran. I'm sure that means a lot to you. That you've got people that are dying, that's going to happen in war, and you're going to see it.
And like Corinne said when she first came on, is they can't even find a reason to tell us why they did this. They're still trying to figure it out. And like my dad last night, he's just watching Fox 24/7 about all this, and he's like, "John, you should have saw when the pilot they took down some aircraft on accident,
Kuwait.
Supposedly.
It was friendly fire,
and people were running up to the pilot saying, "Thank you for freeing us." And I'm like,
one person
that's great, Dad, but meanwhile, 80% of Americans can't afford health care. What are we doing? Why are we there? What is going on? What am I missing? We all know the answer in this room.
Yeah.
I think we're smart enough to know the answer.
Epstein Fury.
Just don't think about the Epstein files, guys.
I saw the Clintons' depositions were way down on like page 8.
I know.
Oh my God!
They'd have been
That
like the
was a
leading
nightmare,
story.
too.
I know.
Yeah, we got to talk about that on Friday.
Representative Tom Massey, Republican out of Kentucky, another thorn in Trump's side, particularly on Epstein. He tweeted out on Sunday morning, PSA, bombing a country on the other side of the globe won't make the Epstein files go away any more than the Dow going above 50,000 will. So it was pretty clear. But I think because John mentioned, like the shifting narratives, because the naval fleet thing then came up later in the day yesterday that is like, oh, we got to take out their Navy. And so I do wonder how much of that Fox News crowd is going to appreciate the symbolism of a boat sinking. It looks very badass.
That's shocking for me, but like a boat sinking reminds me of Pearl Harbor. And we're on the wrong side of this one. Like we are the aggressors here, and
but that makes us look badass, Tom. It's epic.
Oh yeah, I know. You know what? I was epic fury. I know. I was one of those squids sitting in the damn boat that sinks and dies. We don't even think about each of those ships that went down. They have thousands of people in them.
So many people.
That's right. We just killed a bunch of Iranians. I mean, offensively, and a bunch of people had nothing to do with the nuclear program. It's scary.
It's
man.
concerning.
And when you look at, when we break down those polling numbers even further, so overall 59% disapprove. Of course, there's a partisan breakdown. 77% of Republicans approve.
I don't believe that, Corinne.
And that's even lower than usual, by the way.
I think that is skewed. There is not one, other than like my dad, who he hasn't even said if he's for it or not. But I follow a lot of like really far conservative. None of them approve this. I don't know that I believe that.
John, what's going on? Like, I know you follow like Rand Paul a lot and stuff. Has he said anything?
He's opposing. Well, and
sure.
And to John's point, though, I think we're seeing the public react differently than Congress, because there will be a vote coming up in Congress today, probably tomorrow or Thursday, maybe, to try to challenge the president, or at least try to say, if you're going to deploy more troops and put anybody on the ground, you have to get our approval. It probably won't pass. So
basically, why do we have Congress anymore?
I know.
Which gets me to my next point, and I know we're getting short on time, but the power of the executive branch has been steadily increasing. I mean, really since the 1930s, the New Deal, FDR, and then it exploded after 9/11. And when you dig into the numbers, you really have to ask, okay, is Congress too weak to check the executive branch? Congress is still operating. Let's just focus on the House, operating with 435 members. That is because it's capped because of the 1929 Permanent Apportionment Act. The Permanent Apportionment Act capped Congress at 435 based on the U.S. population in 1910. So in 1910, our population was about 92 million. We have more than tripled that in the last 115 years.
Okay.
And back in 1929, when this was passed, each member of Congress represented around 210,000 people.
3 times higher than that.
Yeah, it's over 780,000 now. So is Congress too weak to do anything? There's a pretty strong argument. Yes, it's too weak to do anything. And it is lending itself to the executive branch becoming more of the authority. And to John's point, whether or not those polling numbers are spot on, because it is initial polling, I do think it was interesting that it showed only 32% of independents approved, because that's kind of that's going to determine if November goes Republicans' way or not. And when independents were not swayed, that's not going to help Trump very much. But if the members of Congress do not have to be responsive to their constituents, because they represent so many of them and they're too weak to care, then they're going to go with what the president wants. And we already saw Josh Hawley, congressman out of Missouri. He voted against the president on the Venezuela Act, the Venezuela War Powers that came out in January. Todd Young also voted against that. They are now both in support of what the president is doing, and they don't want to curb his flexibility to send additional troops into Iran without Congress knowing. Because all of this happened without Congress knowing. Trump vaguely said that he talked with Mike Johnson beforehand, but members of Congress, even high-ranking members of Congress on the Security Committee, didn't have a full briefing until Monday.
That's right. And Corinne, we're going to keep following this, and I think it's interesting, the War Powers Act and what has happened since 9/11, like you said, and we just have to. No court is going to overrule the president's decision of what's an imminent threat. I think I'm convinced of that. So I think now it's about, like you said, controlling and making sure that if he's going to put troops on the ground, that he has to get their permission. We're going to follow it, right, Tom? We're going to keep following this.
This is great. It was a great segment. I love your segment today.
Yeah, and I want to bring up just one more quick thing, because y'all were talking about DHS being shut down. And Tracy, in the Facebook chat of this episode, said, hey, I think DHS being funded while we're at war is pretty important, which again is another piece of the puzzle.
Especially what just happened in Austin too.
Right.
Yes.
There you go.
Of what other levers could the Trump administration be pulling here? Well, let's go to war. We get DHS funded. We're able to send them into more cities. We're able to maybe flex things in our favor going forward. So there's a lot of pieces at play here. And at the end of the day, we're putting the lives of our men and women at risk, which is reflected in the poll numbers showing that 71% of people ages 18 to 34 do not approve of this.
Great segment today, Corinne. This is, and by the way, Kevin said it earlier. I've been saying this. Cuba's next. You watch. That's the next domino that's going to fall.
And those young people, 18 to 34-year-olds, are the ones we are going to be sending, and they are the ones who have been born into a U.S. that they have never known not at war.
You hear that, Lindsay? You're going to war.
Did you know that apparently
it's called giving birth.
Workers can be drafted?
What'd you say, Lindsay?
Somebody told me, and I got to verify this, but I saw that healthcare workers in a time of crisis can be drafted for assistance.
That's
you
right.
should go.
That's right.
Yeah,
sign up. Yeah.
Up to the age of like 45. And I'm like,
I hope we never get to that point.
I'm not fucking going.
Let's hope we don't get to that point. But but these young people, they don't know a world without war, which I think is really striking, that they are looking at this and saying, hell no. 71% of them saying, hell no, this is a bad move.
Get those bone spurs.
Thanks. Yes, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Start making those bone spurs.
Ask the president how to do that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Corinne.
Straight talk with Corinne.
Great research. Great. Super depressing. Thank you very much.
Great segment. Great segment,
That's
Corinne.
usually how it goes, Lindsay. I'm real sorry.
You did great.
I love the new background. All right.
Thank
you. Good to see you. See you next Tuesday,
Talk to you next
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Let's do some ads.
They're
Come
all
back.
good, but that was a good one.
That was real good
Yeah.
and timely, and we let Corinne take the war.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do some ads. When we come back, we got another Super Mayor contestant.
Yes, we're going to go right to the Super Mayor. So I know we're a little short on time, so we might have to go right to Super Mayor.
Yeah, let's do
I
that.
feel
It's
like
too good to pass up.
Epic Fury was a very important
It was good.
topic.
No, it was.
No, I'm glad we did that.
And
we were going to cover.
I was reading the notes and I was like, why aren't we we bombed a country.
We're letting Corinne
we let
take
Corinne
it.
take the lead on that.
That was very nice of you guys.
Yeah.
She
She
did a wonderful
she did a
job.
much better job than we would have
Agreed.
done. So
Agreed.
yeah, we have a U.S. Supreme Court case on marijuana and guns.
Good
We're gonna push that off to Friday, and we're gonna come back with the most interesting mayor story we've told. This is even better than Mayor
You
Tiffany.
use weird ways to describe
My
these
whole-
mayors.
Lindsay,
These mayors are disgusting.
My
No.
my whole goal is not to be one of these mayors that we're talking about on Lockpod. So
I
gotta
think
remember,
that's
Linz,
a very easy job.
Super Mayor is Tiffany Henyard's own. You know, she used that term.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
This one
Well,
is
no,
this one takes
it's
the
a-
cake.
It's just
Stay
some
tuned.
of the
All right,
adjectives.
let's do some ads, and when we come back, we'll tell you what we're talking about. So let's start off with Calumet Brewing. Did you make it through dry January? No. Didn't make it through February either.
I did.
Now what? It's Lent. I can make it through Lent.
Yes, I didn't even change the ad for
That's
March.
longer than a
You
month.
got to change it now. You got to ad lib.
Yeah. How about continuing into free from alcohol
March.
Lent?
Lent. There you go.
With a cold alcohol-free beer. Michelob Ultra Zero is a superior alcohol-free beer that has 29 calories, 6.5 carbs, and a new lime-flavored option for those that love craft brews. Try the new Golden Road Mango Cart NA or Elysian Easy Dust IPA. Don't forget about Stella Artois 0.0, which is brewed to give the import drinker a perfectly balanced alcohol-free beer. With so many great non-alcoholic beer options, keep your dry January rolling into February. March has never been easier for those that love beer. Enjoy beers and cheers responsibly.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through a maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by hitting up their websites at mcrpartnersllc.com. And for tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Prestmer Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestmer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Prestmer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you at Blamos Espanol.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious taproom and an outdoor patio, serving its award-winning craft beer, a chef-driven food menu, and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offers a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their amazing food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site. Just off 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit, let them show you that customer service is their top priority. Check out more at bywaybrewing.beer. Thank you to our sponsors.
Good Nurse Studio sponsor, Power in Indiana, Lake County.
All right. So
This is great.
we like to keep you in the loop
This
too.
is not great.
What shitty mayors?
These
you know,
adjectives are weird.
I like Hammond residents to know how bad mayors could be, so
Right.
that they look at me and they're like,
Yeah,
"We're,
all right.
we're doing all right with this guy."
No,
Why
medium
is it
quality
they're all
entertainment.
perverts?
Yeah,
Dad's
there's
I
some-
could be a pervert, but
No, but like if you had 2,000 mayors in a room, you're gonna have some bad apples.
True.
So we're
It's
gonna
like
focus
lawyers,
on the
right?
bad apples. That's right.
You're always going to have.
You have great people in that room, and you have some bad apples. We're
True.
focusing on the bad apples right now. Okay,
This is a bad apple.
And
this is a bad one. This is like rotten to the
this one's
core.
gross.
This is bad.
All right, this is gonna be a good one, as you can tell.
When Lindsay says gross, Tom's like,
Yeah.
yes.
Our numbers are shooting up. I could see everybody's like, hell yeah, what is going on
And
with
we've,
this mayor?
we've had some
Also,
candidates.
I just want to point out the name of this town that this person's the mayor of, DeRitter.
the Ritter, man. The
Okay.
Ritter.
It looks
Look
like
it up.
the Riddler, and I'm thinking Batman, the Riddler.
Yeah.
Another candidate for super mayor, worst mayor in America. You know, so we've covered Tiffany Henyard, Mayor Tiffany, super mayor.
Self-proclaimed super
Yeah.
mayor.
And
This
then
mayor makes Tiffany look like an upstanding citizen. To be
Wesley,
honest.
we also had Mayor Wesley Dingus Butler. Well, no, Wesley Dingus from Butler, Ohio,
Mr. Dingus.
who was the guy never had a chance, let's be honest.
He was sniffing panties.
Yeah, he sniffed his daughter's friend's panties and got caught. That's no good.
Yikes.
While he was touching himself.
Yikes.
And ran somebody over in his car.
Oh, boy.
That's no good.
So
That's
No
like
bueno.
the-
No
Yeah.
bueno. And so now we have, I think this is the worst one. Okay,
This is bad.
Easy.
Mayor Misty Roberts,
Love the name.
the former mayor of DeRidder, Louisiana, population around 10,000. Okay, so this is a disgraced small town mayor who allegedly caught by her kids having sex with a drunken 16-year-old boy at a booze-fueled party. Ordered emergency contraceptive on DoorDash. Yes, let's go through this. Yes. So Misty Roberts, she's the 43-year-old former leader of DeRidder, Louisiana, is now on trial for a third-degree rape over a 2024 tryst with a 16-year-old. So after news spread of Roberts' reputed romp with the teen in the town of 10,000, the mother of the victim, okay, so the mother of the boy, a friend of the defendant's son,
So a friend of the mayor's son. Okay.
texted the mayor to ensure she was not pregnant, which the mayor replied she was on birth control. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, I'm on birth control. It's all good. Prosecutors told jurors last week. Roberts then shared a screenshot of the exchange in a group chat with her friends.
What?
Yeah, she wanted her friends to know.
Hey,
Hey, I'm not
FYI.
pregnant. I'm not pregnant.
I
right?
just had sex with a young the high schooler.
I just committed statutory rape.
Right.
Yikes.
So her friends get this picture, and they urged her to take Plan B, the morning after pill. Okay, so
Must be legal down there.
Oh my!
so this rocket scientist ordered
Mayor.
Plan B. She ordered it on DoorDash, right? So a DoorDash driver
From
takes
the same
Plan B.
number that's connected to the text messages.
Oh my!
DoorDash driver testified that he accepted a request from Misty C to purchase the emergency contraceptive and leave it at her front door. What's the mayor's name again?
Misty Roberts.
Oh my goodness.
Misty C.
The DoorDash driver told the court he recognized Roberts from trick-or-treating with his children at the home,
Man.
and later heard rumors about the allegations would led him to believe the delivery was connected to the allegations being made. You know, he hears in the community she had sex with the 16-year-old boy, and he's like, well, that's funny. I
Wait a
delivered
second.
a Plan B day after pill to her the day after that.
Even though I was on birth control, I'm just going to make sure. Yikes.
Well,
Robert's son-
That's a thing people do.
Yeah. No, I'm
It's
just.
responsible.
I know. I've never DoorDashed anything.
You're talking about sleeping
I
with
guess-
teenagers?
No, not
How many
that.
people
I'm
are
just saying.
door dashing Plan B though?
That's a great question.
don't
I
think
wonder.
many.
It was the only thing, or did she get like apples and stuff with it?
I guess-
Yeah, like just pack it, and then like.
It's just one Plan B. That's all I want,
Well,
right?
she
Or-
already
Like,
told all
order
of her
some
friends.
shit along
Like
with
if you
it.
see a guy in line at like the checkout counter, he's got condoms, but he's also got like milk and
Yeah.
eggs and bread all around it,
I
and
watched,
it goes through like the line.
I watched this thing on TikTok where you go through the grocery line and just try to freak you like buy a banana and like lube, and then you just like look at the guy. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?"
You guys are gross.
John can barely keep it. John's gonna die on us. Right now.
So,
Well, my guess is that she thought, I've already told enough people I don't want to go in physically to a Walgreens and
now-
buy this for myself.
Now she's on trial. I mean, this
Good.
is so
She's a
her
criminal.
her ex-husband testified. Okay, at the
Against
trial,
her?
that Roberts told him directly that she had sex with the minor and that the kids had caught them in the act. And then the ex-husband said his son later confirmed to him what she told him. During cross-examination, the ex-husband was asked if he agreed Roberts was a great mom, and he said no.
oh my god, dude.
And then this is interesting. A member of the mayor's friend group that got that screenshot testified that the victim appeared drunk at the party and even vomited at one point. She was dancing on the victim and flirting with him. There you go. She's in her bikini at the party.
And by the way, like,
She's gonna
You do that,
end
right,
up on
Tom?
the sex
No.
offender
Yeah, your
registry.
kids' parties just.
yeah, dude, I'm wearing my
You're in your Speedo.
I'm wearing my Speedo,
Yeah,
showing off my Irish pride, you know.
I'm the mayor.
Yeah, like dancing with 16.
What kind of booze do you want?
Like, doesn't every mayor do that?
Oh, brother.
She
this
makes
is
us all look bad.
Man.
This lady, I'm glad she's an ex-mayor.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, at the party, after she and her alleged victim came downstairs, there was a yelling and screaming argument that followed.
Wow.
That's stressful, man.
She resigned days later.
Yeah, that's a dumb lady, a really dumb mayor.
She's in
dumb-
the running.
Yeah, dude, that's the dumbest thing I've.
Is it just a different world
we
down there in the
find-
Louisiana?
South? Yeah.
yeah,
The
Louisiana.
Ritter.
It doesn't surprise me.
Well,
I'm gonna see what
yeah,
else gets
small
into that
towns,
friend
right?
group.
That seems
It's a
to be
small town in the
trend.
swamp, you know, and everybody probably knows each other there. And then they're like, yeah,
You
what's the
can't
big
keep
deal?
secrets in a small town.
No,
in the
I
South.
agree with
That's
you,
what
It's
Lynn.
I'm
like this
sure.
lady she doesn't even have the basic idea that she was breaking the law. That's the crazy thing. She's sitting there sharing it in a group text.
Yeah,
She broke the law.
No
And she's like, look
shame.
I got knocked up by this 16-year-old.
Oh.
And she's texting with the mother of the victim, like, no,
Yeah.
it's all
No, I'm
good.
not
I'm on
pregnant.
birth control.
No, yeah, I'm not pregnant. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
How many times are you going to admit your crime?
I know.
So,
Which tells me she didn't even realize
Right.
that you can't have sex with a 16-year-old. Like she doesn't even know the basics of the law.
Wait, what is the law in Louisiana? By the way?
Must be 18.
Sure,
It mu- okay.
statutory.
Right.
If
I feel
she's
like
on
federally,
trial-
statutory is 18, right?
I always-
state by state.
I always think that's weird when you talk to some dude and he's like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
but how old
statutory
is
rape
she,
law
you
is
know?
16." It's like, why the fuck do you know that?
Right.
It's like you research that stuff. Like, dude, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather say I don't know.
Right.
You know, like,
You're right.
hey, what's statutory rape law, Mayor
No
Tom?
clue.
I'm like, I have no idea. I don't research it. You know, like this isn't something
Yeah,
that's
if you
concerning.
just snap off like
yeah,
16.
you're like 13, dude. Isn't that great?
Well, the age of consent is 17 in Louisiana, but
Oh.
also she's what, 43? It said
Yes.
Yeah,
That's-
she's
like 30-year difference. That's so gross.
Doesn't
Yes.
we used to have that test. I forget
Yeah.
how you add
Do
it
it.
up.
Let's do it. Lockpod.
You
yes.
have
Creepiness
your
factor.
age and then add 7.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
43
43
plus
so let's give her-
16.
So what's that?
Oh, you just do that way. It's
Half.
21 and a half.
21 and a, yeah, 21 plus 7, 28.
28.
She can't do that.
No,
it
he's
violates
16.
the
Wait, let's
Lockpod
go
creepiness
confirm her
factor.
age. Go back up. To
If
the
she
top.
would have just listened to our show, she would be
Go with
still
the
the mayor.
28-year-old.
So
You're good.
43 divided by 2 plus 7.
Yeah, 21 and a half plus
28
7.
and a half.
28 and a
Yeah.
half. Yeah.
That's as young as you can go.
Yeah,
Somebody's got
Where
to
were
tell
you?
Leonardo DiCaprio
You do have
that,
pregnant
by the way.
brain. We just did that math.
yeah. I'm just happy Lindsay could do
I'm
math that quick
tired.
now.
She did it on her phone.
I'm
But when
Building a
Lindsay all the
brain.
way through college, all the way through high school and college, has struggled with math. Now she's cranking it out. So that makes
I'm
me
a
proud.
phenomenal mathematician nowadays.
There you go. You got your show title.
yeah.
don't even sound awake.
Nowadays.
I'm a phenomenal mathematician.
She's like, she does sound.
awake for
She sounds
very
like she's.
We
stoned.
call her the computer. Yeah, the calculator. Lindsay Calculator McDermott Perosco.
I could do conversions in my sleep.
There you go. Well, before we finish today, I do, and I know we're going to wrap it up. I did want to, and Lindsay, of course, reminded us, but we do want to wish you a happy birthday tomorrow.
Yes.
So happy birthday to the locomotive,
57.
America's mayor.
America's mayor. Thank you for
Ancient
pointing that out. I
as
forgot.
hell.
It was my birthday.
5'7". This is my favorite part of the year. For 6 weeks, Tom's older than me, so
Yep.
I'm enjoying
Yep.
this.
I
Man,
feel
So happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate
Happy
it.
birthday.
Thanks. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate Lockpod a lot. Miss you guys. You know, it's hard to put on a show twice a week like we do. That's why I appreciate everybody that works so hard with us. Everybody in this room. Jill works so hard. Corinne works real hard. Steve works real hard. Kyle the intern. We have a lot of people that pull all of this together. And I just want to say thanks to everybody because this is sort of a side. It's like a job. It's like a
labor of
part-time
love.
job. Yeah. And we appreciate our audience.
Keep
and we
listening,
appreciate
keep
our-
subscribing, right? That's important.
For sure. Keep commenting, keep thumbs upping, keep
Share
on
it.
sharing.
Keep chatting.
Right. Lindsay wants Lindsay wants her part ownership to be worth something. so
Please.
What she
If not,
sells.
I'm never going back.
Lindsay's selling out.
It's up for sale.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks everybody for listening to Lockpod. Thanks to Corinne. Great episode. Season 17, episode 18 is in the books. We'll be back on Friday with another high quality episode. Thanks everybody. We appreciate you. Lockpod's out.